Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. Today I'm going to take you through a home gym setup in my garage that's still functional as a garage. I can still pull two cars in there with a little bit of reorg, as pulling up the tiles and things like that, but I want to show you how it's possible and give you a quick little tour. Enjoy! Alright, here we go. So first things first, we got to tell the wonderful Echo to turn on the lights. That's a cool little trick, but it wasn't out of laziness, it was out of laziness. I didn't want to climb all the way up to the ceiling of the garage to plug in the lights every time, and I also didn't want to wire in lights. So let's tell her what to do. Alexa, turn on the garage lights. All right, so they came on. So here we have the setup. Got a nice floor tiles like I was talking about. Got a sled over here, GHD. The GHD is pretty cool. You can break it down into what you see here, which is just the foot anchors or whatever you call them, and then the hump pad, and then you've got the soft box you put it on top of, and you hook it up to your rig. That's pretty cool if you're trying to save space like I am in the garage and keep it as functional as possible. A little bit more effort to set up, but it gives you that space. Here are the floor tiles I'm talking about. Kind of like a kid's floor. You can get this at Lowe's or Home Depot. They have these, I think sets of 5. They're a little pricey, but I like it because they're very thick and it still allows you to break down the floor, rearrange the floor as needed. When I pull a car in, I can either pull the car in right on top of the flooring. It doesn't seem to mess it up too much, unless you're really turning the wheel of the car. Otherwise, it's pretty good. You can always just pull up the floor real quick and bring a car in, which is what I do if I'm changing fluids or something. So we got our Echo bike over here. Pretty nice torture device there. A couple flags, Poland and the United States, of course. The wife is from Poland and I'm from the United States, so we are together as one. How cute. We got our rower over here, which is pretty nice. It stands up, gets out of the way. You could also separate the track from the fan. It's kind of like one lever. You could break it down in half if you wanted. That's how it's shipped. It was pretty easy to hook back up. That's one option, but I didn't need to. Thankfully, I had enough space, so I just stood it up over there. The only problem is if you got a garage door track that's a little low, it can cause clearance issues in here. You can get it raised and get a special high lift kit on it, but I got that quoted. It was like $750, which is a little pricey for me right now, so I'm just gonna make do. It's winter right now, so the door is down most of the time anyway. We got some wall balls over here, muscle driver clock. That was from a closing gym, so I got a pretty good deal on that. Of course, the folding rack, which doesn't really fold anymore because I modified this Titan gymnastic bar to it, so I could get some clearance, about 6'2", so swinging on the bar is really difficult unless you have extra clearance, a little bit more height from the wall, so that's what I did there. Cheap fitness gear bench. You don't need nothing, too sturdy, just something that works. 2 bars, and then this cool little practice bar. Basically, it's a pipe from Lowe's. You can get that and use that for like technique work or whatever it is you want to do without having to lug around and swing that full size bar. Then of course I got all my other stuff. It's kind of messy, but gasoline for the mowers, air compressor, sandblasting box, tools, lots of tools, parts that I've pulled off of cars that for some reason I keep just in case, you never know. Little oven to bake to do some coatings on your brakes or whatever, small parts. It's nice to powder coat, so I've done that. And then of course a cabinet that's just stuffed with way too much stuff. Come springtime, I'll probably clean it out. That's pretty much it. Oh, we got the rings up here. I forgot to show you. He's using the Rogue stringer, but then just a basic set of rings from eBay. I think it was like 15-20 bucks. The lights, as you noticed, we used the Echo Dot to turn them on. That's because they are Amazon Essential LEDs, which is pretty cool. They just have normal wall plugs on them, so I ran them all to an extension cord. Then that extension cord goes up into the ceiling outlet with a smart outlet. So now I don't have to climb up there every time to turn them on and off. Also didn't have to wire in lights. Standard lighting, as you see, is just 2 bulbs, which doesn't really do much in here. I wanted a little bit brighter, a little bit more inviting to come in the early mornings and work out. So that's what we got going on there. Mini fridge, of course, essential. It's empty right now, but I need to get some Fit 8 or Kill Cliffs in there. Got a dip bar attachment, a couple PVC pipes you can buy from the store. That was actually one pipe that I just cut in half. So very inexpensive, you know, basic whiteboard from Amazon. Here we got a basic set of plates. You don't need a whole lot of weight unless you're really maxing out your deadlifts regularly in your garage gym. Otherwise, I'd say a set of 300 pounds or less are probably good. That's probably all you need. Because if you think about most of the stuff you're doing, especially from the floor, whether it's cleans or gymnastics or whatever, it's not gonna be super heavy often. You could always run into a gym if you needed to max out your deadlift or whatever it is. But day to day, you don't really need a lot of plates. And the 45s are gonna be the most expensive plates, so I just went with 4. And then a bunch of smaller plates so that way I can do percentage work. And that's kind of the idea there. Well, that's about it. Thanks for taking a tour. Here's a little 360 view. 2-car garage. It's about 24 feet by 24, I think, if that's the right measurements. But as you can see, I still got plenty of stuff in here to work on cars, do yard work, you name it. But then I also get my fitness in, which is important. I can clean it out on the weekends and roll 2 cars in here, roll 1 car in here and really tear it apart. Recently I did turbo swaps on my Audi. I've done oil changes, 2 oil changes at the same time in here. It's just really nice when you have a garage. You can use it for gym, but you can also use it for what it's meant to be for, which is storing cars or working on cars. And that saves me money, which in turn gives me more money to spend in gym equipment. So it's a win-win. So thanks for joining us, and see you in the next one.